Yeah. Y'all know what it is, Eagles Way of Boxing. We coming up, man. Listen to that eagle. There we go. Here we go again. Lala D, salute to Lala D. Queen's up in here. I love her so much. Her attitude is so beautiful. And she put up with a lot of shit on other channels before. I think she probably just missed them. Because I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I thought about Lala. I always think about the people to come mess with me. It's like because it's a handful of y'all at a time, you know. That's actually gonna speak. My mods and stuff that's actually gonna say something. Other people just come in. I don't know. Then I have trolls, and then I have other people to come in. But it's all good. But I look back. A lot of times I have to reflect back. I can only reflect back on things that I've seen, in the chat. I'm not necessarily talking, but actually typing, back and forth with people. And she's been like, I know that Lala got. People have said stuff about her and I'm not bringing it up to, for any. I'm not going to say anything specific, but people used to try to describe like they were trying to guess if they saw her or what she looks like and something like that. I wouldn't give a shit what she looks like. She's still a queen. Don't matter. You could tell a queen by the way they talk, and you could tell a biatch by the way they talk. You understand? So much shout outs to her, much respect to her, and other people that's in the chat, my mods and anybody else that's gonna mess with me because I mess with you. And for all the other haters, and I don't care how big your channel is or whatever, you can't touch us no one. You can't touch me. You can't touch my people. Nothing like that. And I don't even bring up my family, man, because I hear people always bragging my this and that. Oh, I this and that. Dude, believe me, you out here with me. You out here with me. You ain't shit. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing that's so special. Believe me, you're not. You know what I mean? And if you were hardcore or something like that, you're a hider. You're a person that we call a hider. You a hider. You play hide and seek. You play hide and seek, man. Anybody in my family who's ever done something, man, we had to pay the consequences. We probably shouldn't because it's our land, but we had to pay consequences. And things have happened in my family that I don't even bring up. Things that have happened in my family probably haven't happened in yours. And matter of fact, not even 1% of the whole nation, things that my family has happened to. On either side, good or like bad. I'm talking about bad. We got stuff that in my family that we've done and not ran from it that you would never imagine. Even to like these people that go out there against these authorities. Believe me, my family has done things against authorities that you wouldn't even imagine. You wouldn't even imagine because you are too cowardly. You're picture takers. My family never been no picture takers. When it comes to family, believe me, it'll be a whole different situation. Now, the family that I have now, the younger ones in the family, no, I don't know how they react, but I know how we used to react, and I know how my parents and my foreparents, I know how they used to react to any type of unlawful authorities above us. We didn't play that. But now they play. They don't do nothing. All they scream. All they do is yell out in the camera. Look what they're doing. And I'm not trying to bring this up for anything other than educational purposes, so you can see that things change. Matter of fact, the greatest boxer of all times that we call right there on the screen, Muhammad Ali, right? His lineage is changing right in front of us. His grandson, Ali Walsh, I forget his first name, just won his first fight. And so the legends, his back into, he's following the lineage of his grandfather. But you wouldn't be able to tell though that they're relatives. Though he looks nothing like Ali. But shout out to him for getting his first win. But we're gonna get to it. And I see Derek Bailey down there. I'm gonna read what y'all got. But yeah, we into the show, man. I got my internet back, man. So we on right now. We on, brother. We on right now. So that's what it is, man. We on. They had my internet out. I was like, cause I needed to do something in my store, man. I'm like, I need to make sure I got all my sizes and stuff over in my little store. You guys make sure that you hit the link, go to my store, pick out something, even if it's for your pet. I'm still making some more stuff. I'm thinking about making some things to go in the kitchen. I got to come up with some more designs. I know it's really kind of heavy native theme, but if you go in there, I got different pages now. Hopefully, I don't have to keep redoing my pages and stuff. I try to do it by sections, so you can look at the things that you're interested in. But I'm going to do more friendlier artwork. But it takes a long time, man. I got to draw all that shit, and then I have to change it. I got to 3-dimension it and work on it, color scheme it, and all kinds of other stuff. It takes a long time to do just one little design. So I'm thinking about maybe getting a floral pattern, or maybe another type of wildlife or something like that, a mountain scene or something. Just whatever comes to my mind, man. I have to envision it. But let me get out here and let me see what y'all got out here. Lala said she wasn't going to be able to talk today, but she seems like she's out there talking. But anyway, she said, hey, she got the hearts up for Cynthia. That's right. Today I really can only listen. She cried. I said, hey, back to her. At work listening something up, finishing something up. Okay. Being after the prayer song. There you go. I said, I see you, Queen. Much respect always. Then I send her out, and then she says, beautiful. That's the prayer song, I suppose. Yeah. Lala D said, you too. Because, of course, I give her the love. And she's crying. Yeah, it's a good thing. I'm cute. Well, she said, we'll all meet one day. I don't care if you're cute or not. You cute anyway. Attitude is more, I'll tell you what, a woman's attitude is more beautiful than the woman. Because a lot of times, if you don't have the genetics, that shit's it's going to fade. It'll fade if you don't have that genetic makeup, baby. You got to have that genetic makeup. And yes, you're going to have to plaster on that makeup. Plaster it on. How they do it? I don't know how they do it, Lala. How they do it? What the ugly girl do? What the ugly girl do? She take that. She got to spread it on. Spread it on. Spread it on. How much that's? Don't that costs a lot, don't it? Don't it cost a lot to putty your face up like that? I see some girls sometimes. I'm sorry, girls. Sometimes I see you. Sometimes you girls overdo it. I'm like, I don't want you to look like complete plastic. That's just not a good look. I'm being honest with you. It actually turns my stomach when I see you all plastered. When you're plastered up, that messes my stomach up. I'm like, God dang, that's too much. Yeah, but we're gonna get into it. But don't worry about it. We talking, and plus, I got that quick tongue, so we can speed it up or slow it down, whatever. But I think this weekend, or the weekend just passed, I think that boxing card is probably gonna be better than the pay-per-view. Just trying to tell you guys, I think that's gonna be actually better than the pay-per-view is gonna be. I don't know if you guys already paid for it. That's on you. But I think this weekend, a lot of controversial things happen. Yeah. One of the Russells, right? Gary Anthony, right? Headbutt. That's a vicious headbutt. When they showed one angle, it looked like he was the one that initiated it. But it was just like his words said. He was not the one that initiated that headbutt. He was not. When they showed the other angle. So that's how boxing is so screwed up. And what I really want to concentrate on, we talk about some of the fights. I want to concentrate on the Regal fight. One judge had it one way, another judge had it another way, and then another judge agreed with him. It ended up being a split. To be honest, should have just been a draw. They should just go ahead and run it back. And Regal, I don't know why Regal was thinking he was ahead because I think he felt like he was more popular, but I think he could have won the fight. I think he could have won. You guys might argue with me, but I think he could have won because he already knew what to do. He knew what angles to do. He knew great foot movement. He knew exactly what he had to do, but he just wasn't throwing enough punches. He'll throw a jab here and there, but he'll light Casemiro up. He'll light him up, but then that was it. I mean, you got to keep lighting him up because he had him thinking. He already had him exactly where he needed him. Anytime you got another fighter thinking about you, then you're doing enough. then now it's time for you to execute what you need to execute. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, she said she's cute, yeah. Derek Bailey, salute to Derek Bailey. I'm sorry, bro, I got to you so late, but Derek Bailey out there, salute at Eagles Way of Boxing. Derek Bailey said you put them hands on them, Eagle. I'm just saying, brother, a lot of people just, yeah, I know. I don't want to go there what you said right underneath that statement. I'm not going to read. You said watered down Ali jeans. I'm just like, well, I do it all for, the reason I even brought that up, man, that's all educational. I brought it up just for the educational purpose of it. So people can see what happens so quickly. It happens in my family too. So it happens quickly. It just takes a generation and that's it. Boom. Then you have no resemblance of who you were. You have no resemblance, but that's not what the key is. The key is going to be the spirit though, because you're always drawn back to what's right. You understand? Some people, if you see people that's drawn away from your heritage or your lineage, if you see them drawn away and they're supposed to be in your family, then that's the spirit is out of them. Their spirit is somewhere else. You gotta let them. Don't cut them loose, but you gotta let them go. Doesn't that sound like the same thing? Huh? But it's not. It's not exactly the same thing. It's not exactly the same thing. But I don't know who we'll talk about that one day. You know what I'm saying? I need to start a whole new forum. I should be getting some of my stuff from my store. I'm actually thinking about putting one of my tapestries behind me and moving my flag somewhere else. Everybody I was going to take since I have this event this weekend, I'm going to be in an art and wine festival. So I was going to actually bring a blanket over there, like a couch blanket. And it looks way better in person than it does online. So take that in consideration. That stuff that you see online, it looks way better in person. Everybody who's seen it just fell in love. They was like, oh man, you should never get rid of that. They should keep that one. That's your first one. But I actually I sold it to a friend. Well, you can call it sold. I didn't really charge them, like the price. I paid more for it than they did. Yeah. Nah, Derek Bailey said the hands on. No, it's nothing. Hands is one thing. Yeah, we've done that before too. We've done that, but we've done some, I don't even want to name what kind of officials they were, but you could probably imagine what kind of officials they were, because people be like standing back. Yeah. Some stuff that people can't even imagine, all the tough guys and think they doing this and doing that. Believe me, things have happened against those authorities in my family that people you won't even think about doing. You won't even think about it. You be like, oh yes sir. You won't even thinking about it, but your whole squad is whole hard and tough. And I'm not saying it for any kind of bragging rights. I'm just saying this is the difference, just like Ali was compared to Ali. That's the difference, the generations. So not only, a lot of times it's not always a physical change, it's a mental change. And a lot of us, we're being mentally changed, and that's why they're trying to divide us now with a vaccine. Okay, go ahead and strike my video, whatever. I does not know hate speech. But they're trying to separate us with a vaccine. So there's no alternatives to nothing? How come with cancer they got all kinds of alternatives? So with COVID you don't have no alternatives and nobody can question you? There's no homeopathic ways to fight it? Nothing? Only an experimental vaccine, that's all we got? But you could take echinacea for a cold and all kinds of other stuff, honey and lemon and capsicum and all kinds of other stuff. For a stomach ache, you could take like baking soda and water and all kinds of other. You don't have to have the Pepto-Bismol and the chemicals, but for this thing, there's no alternative, and nobody can think that. Oh, with this doctor, is there any kind of alternative we could do? Can you put us on a special treatment, and then we have our paperwork showing that we was on a different alternative treatment? Get all the way the F out of here. I'm a grown ass man. I've been grown for too long. Stop playing with the people. And y'all can strike the video, whatever you want to do. You put it down, take it down, whatever. I just don't give. I give 2 Fs because I'm tired of this and I'm tired of people talking to me about it all the time. Yep. Derek Bray said, peace at the Queen. Yeah, at Lala D. Yeah, Lala D said, son, yeah. She said, Layla Ali's son looks exactly like Ali. She said, oh my God, yep. But, you always got one in the family that does something else. Derek Bailey, she said, hey, she got the horse up for your king with the crown. Yeah. She said, yeah. Derek Bay said, yeah, makeup is expensive. It has to be, especially when you uh, plastering it on. And believe me, I used to think, you know, and this is no, I'm not capping, but I used to really think that, you know, I see them putting it on. I watch the little brush. I'm like, okay, they're not putting on that much. But I didn't see that before they did that. They had put on all kind of foundation. I I started seeing like when girls was taking all that shit off, or I see it on like sometimes I see it on the internet they're taking it off. I'm like, God dang, how much you got to take off in order to get it off? I'm like, God dang, all kinds of sponges and wrenches and scrubs. I'm like, to get what? You do that every day? You really don't like the way you look. Yeah. Laura D said, just Judy said, beauty fades, but dumb is forever. My mother said it differently. My mother said, beauty is skin deep, but ugly runs deep down into the bones. And you got that right. Ugly goes all the way through the bones. It goes to from one side of your skin all the way back to the other side. Yeah, Derek Bay said, yeah, I didn't order it. He said undercard is ass. No, I wouldn't. If somebody already ordered that fight, man, and then there's a replacement now because everybody's all upset with Earl. Oh, Earl just made that up. He's scared of Pacquiao. Yeah, right. Ain't nobody scared of Pacquiao. Shit. Ain't nobody in my chat room scared of Pacquiao. Man, please. Hey, Pacquiao, how much you weigh? A buck what? $150? Come on, get out of here. $140 something? Who's scared of somebody who weighs $140 something and you walk around at 175, 180, 190? Get all the way the hell out. Ain't nobody scared. Oh, he throw those things. I don't care how much you throw. If you weigh 150 and me and you really going at it, I don't care. You're not hurting me as much as I'm hurting you. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're not hurting me. Your shit gonna sting maybe, but you ain't hurting me. Only way you got a chance is you got to really like just tire me out and never get caught. So that means your concentration got to be like on point the whole time. Because that's all I'm taking all your little shots. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for one big ass counter where I can knock your ass out the ring. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. That's why the big guys, when they fight the little guys, they just do it for speed. They not really trying to hurt the little dude. Get your ass out of here, man. Stop it. Stop acting like fighters are scared when they're not really scared. And the ones that are scared, you put them up on a pedestal. And Bud need to stop. I put Bud's name up there. This show is not even about Bud, but Bud's still trolling and trying to clown and troll. Bud just needs to fight. I'm tired of hearing about Bud if he ain't fighting. You're not a fighter. And he acts like his longevity. He acts like he's going to fight until his 50s the way he's talking. He want to fight everybody. He want to fight Earl Spence. He want to fight Jermell. He want to fight everybody. He's not getting all that smoke. How could you want to fight so many people and you ain't fighting nobody? Get out of here with that. Yeah. Yeah. Get up out of here. But Lala right on point with that the deep down dirty, the dirt ugliness. Yeah. He said, I thought that guy could have continued to fight. What's the difference of fighting with a broken nose? Well, he could have. Well, the thing is, see this. I agree with you, but this is what he should have did. Accidentally, they don't have the ref. It was the ref's fault in a sense for stopping it. She should have called. See, this is what she should have did. She's inexperienced. She should have called timeout and then asked him if he's going to be able to continue. It could have still went. See, now look. It would have still been a no decision. If it would have went one more round, two more rounds, it would have still been a no decision. He could have tested out. Let me see if I can fight, and then he could have just said, "No, I'm ref. I can't fight." You see what I mean? Because he's all acting like, "Yeah, I wanted to fight," but you initiated that shit. You came forward. They showed it in slow mo. I saw your head. You came straight into him. So it was both of them kind of coming forward. You know, I'm not gonna blame just one, but because one angle it shows that Gary Russell was coming forward, and then the other side it shows that he was coming forward. So you both take the equal blame. But they don't fight through stuff no more. You got fighters in the past used to fight through knockouts. Jerry Corey got knocked out standing up and still was fighting. Yeah, Derek Bay, I don't know. They lied about the first couple of rounds. I gave those to Regal. They lied about those rounds. Regal was getting the shots off. I'm sorry, Mark. Casemiro was missing a lot of shots that they were saying, oh yeah, he landed this. He wasn't landing those shots. They showed it in replay, and then they get quiet. Why are you quiet now all of a sudden? You running back to replay and you just didn't want to use that same statement that you usually use when you make a mistake. Oh, I thought those would land. It looked more effective when no, it wasn't. They wasn't. He wasn't landing nothing. He was scared to throw. You know, Regal's corner was telling the right thing. Like, he's scared that, he came out and thought he was going to knock you down. And that should have been 2 points or a point taken away in the first round. I'm sorry, man. In the first round, that should have been points taken away. None of those punches. He hit him in back of the head, almost pushed him down. And then he started firing on him when he's on his knees. That's a point. That's automatically a point. That's not even a warning. That could have been a disqualification right there. That should have been a disqualification. So anything, they should have rewarded Regal with at least maybe a nod or a total split decision. Not a split decision win one way or another. A total, just a split where you run it back. That's garbage. They do a lot of garbage. That's a garbage move. Yep. It could have went on though. It's controversial, so I don't want to seem like I'm one way or another. But this is my show. I talk about all of it like this. So don't think that I'm taking somebody's side or not. I'm just saying. I put it out there so that way that creates a discussion with the rest of the fam. That's all. Because Derek Bay said, I thought Regal won. Me too. Yeah. He said, yeah, Nino's father is white. Yep. Yeah. Ali Walsh. Yeah, I definitely had Regal winning. Yeah, Lala D said she had Regal. Yeah, I had Regal winning too. They trying to bring this other guy up because Regal's getting old. They do that with older fighters. Because even Regal knew he had it. Regal was like, man, I'm out moving you and shit. You can't get me. You mad. And all fighters that fight Regal do get mad. Ask Nonito Donaire. Nonito Donaire did good for one round, then he got his ass whooped for the rest of the fight. And Nonito Donaire don't want no more Regal. Believe me, he don't want no more Regal because he can't. If he couldn't figure it out and it went along, the distance. If he couldn't figure it out, then he ain't gonna figure him out. Believe me, Regal already know him. He knows everything he gonna do. He knows everything he gonna do. But I think Regal should have just went for it. Just put those things on him. He should put the hands on him a little bit better. But Regal did good enough. These people, man, they just so. It's so disgusting sometimes. Because we're in this boxing community and we try to be the thinkers and talkers and we try to figure stuff out. Like I said, I always try to go ahead of what everybody else is doing. But a lot of stuff that they talking about right now, we've already talked about it last year. We've been way ahead of this thing. 2 years ago, I already said that I was talking about the devil's deception in the desert in December. And I told everybody, I said, make sure that you pay attention because that was in 2019. I said, make sure you pay attention. I said, this is not going to go away. And sure enough, it didn't go away. I said, it may go into 2020, 2021. I said, we're hoping that things get cleaned up. But a lot of these things just didn't get cleaned up. Still the same. We're still getting the same thing. We're getting trolled them. Everybody's trolling. Don't want to fight. Tank doing what he got to do. So Tank is in charge of the lighter weights right now. Tank is in charge. Yep. It's not Lopez, no. It's not Loma, nope. It's Tank. Tank is in charge down there. Tank is the one making all the moves that you need to do or need to make in order to make the money. Nobody else. Tank is clowning. But Tank, I was reading his IG, how he was saying that, that he was down so bad or whatever, that he just wanted to hustle. He had to get his hustle up. I'm paraphrasing. He had to get his hustle up so high to where people was gonna see him. You know what I mean? And if they didn't see him, they was gonna read about him. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to get your profile up. There's nobody on the Ali type of status, never have been, to get their profile up. Listen to some of Ali's interviews and you're talking about on television shows or just interviews that even at 21. I mean, his tongue is sharp. I mean, yeah, he lost his tongue at the end. I think that was due to poison. I know it wasn't because of boxing. People think it's because of boxing. I don't think so. He took some shots in the back of the head. A lot of fights, people used to hit him behind the head. That may have something to do with it. But that's mostly, I think that had to do with when he was up at Deer Lake, because he said it one time and he got his blood cleaned out or whatever. I don't know if it was a transfusion, but a lot of those symptoms and stuff went away. But it probably was deep in the tissues. Once you get poison in the tissues, you have to detox the tissues. And he didn't have nobody to, make him the right stuff in order to detox. I got ideas of there's certain native herbs you can use for everything. Yeah, but these people, they don't want us to use herbs. They want, hey, you get that shot. That's our only hope, and you're not going to affect anybody else. So how's that for people that stay at home, have everything delivered, they never leave the house, never leave the yard? How are they affecting anybody else? Their air is escaping their house to affect somebody else. Get out of here. Stop playing with people that are grown and been grown for a while, because we understand a lot more than what you're trying to throw at us. Yeah. But when you got people already looking up to you and believing in all your words, then nobody can teach you nothing. You can't teach a old dog new tricks, but you can teach somebody who's accepting all the time. You can always teach somebody who's always willing to learn. Like because I'm always thinking I might have had that shit wrong. Even when I'm right, I might think, well, it still could be another alternative to it. That's why my arguments are not just like this, not solid. My only arguments that I have is solid is when the science and also I'm not going to, in spiritual, and people who believe in creation and people who believe in evolution. One of the base things that they always say, like even they say that life started in Africa, right? I said life started on Earth. It didn't start in one spot, because because there's too many loopholes, too many holes in that story. You got different fish on this side than you have on the other side. You got different animals on this side. So what? Those animals felt it was more comfortable to be on this side, so they walked over here because the Earth, the way it was made, this wasn't made for them, or the Creator didn't know where to put them, or which either way, it's the same thing. It ends up turning out to who was first, but whoever was first is last, and that's in religion, right? First is last, but why is first last? So you were first. So they're telling you, since you're last, that means you were first. You're the first people here. You're original people. You are origines. Even if you feel that you're not native or you're something else, you are origine to me. To me, you're origine. You're not aborigine, you're origine. That means your origin. You are the origin. You are the origin. But you get treated like you are the dirt. Okay, that's all I'm going to say before. Oh, hate crime. They going to get me for some kind of a YouTube hate crime. Y'all can't get me. Yeah, I definitely had Regal winning. Yeah, but Derek Baker said it's more satisfying to use hands, though. Nah, we overdo it, man. Hey, I got a crazy ass family. We overdo it. We start with hands, and then we finish your ass off with the baseball bat. Just because. Because you ain't going to learn by just the hands. You might not learn, so we're going to use like something else on you. Might use that. We might use that ratchet on you. Put it that way. There we go. That's a good word to use, ratchet. Because if I say ratchet, then it doesn't sound violent. It doesn't sound like what it is. But yeah, the ratchet. Hey, we use your ratchet on you. So now you got you got handed up, and then you got ratchet. That's what you really sit your ass down. That's when you really put the sit your ass down on somebody. Yeah, sit your ass down. Get your ass up out of here. See, but the first part, when you're genetically tied with that closeness, then that's the same way you act, all the way through. My great grandfather didn't take no shit. You know what I mean? People used to try to come through, like, try to bring, horses and shit through his land and all that. Yeah, he picked the horse up by the neck, like holding the horse, like don't be bringing them horses through there. Feel me? Like get them horses the hell up out of my spot. But we never played, and that's why I don't get why people believe in some of that shit. Like a lot of that stuff that happened way back, even if you watch it with the spraying holes and shit. See, we didn't play that kind of shit. You got certain people that play in fearful and shit. That don't sound like us, man. We're native. We're warriors, man. We don't play that kind of shit. If I did play it, if I had to for a minute, I'm gonna come back and get you. It ain't free. You're not doing it for free. If I can't get you right when I can get you, and I'm not saying don't go to sleep with any kind of don't ever sleep with any kind of anger against somebody, but I'm saying if it was from an evil person, then yeah, you may have to go back and get them. And I'm gonna come back and get you. I'm not free. You can't just do me for free and that's it. I got him. No, you got me at that time. I'm gonna come back and get you. Don't worry about it. I'll come back. Yeah, because the natives is already the native people are broken. So of course you can shoot that. The natives all over the world, they're doing the same thing. They're doing it in Australia, but are you hearing about it? They got certain communities, what we would call over here Middle Eastern people, and they're trying to force them in. They got different cultures. They don't believe in that. They believe in, they believe in their God. That their God can protect them and stuff. They got different ways and old ways. They don't just line up and get shots like that. But the native people that I talk to in town, they just ain't nobody with that. All the ones I talked to, they said no, they trying to kill us again. Hey, we know what's up, man. And I don't care. If you're gonna debate with me about vaccinations and shit, then tell me what's in it, and tell me why in this case that there's no other way to treat it. Tell me that. If you want to debate, but see, I'm not gonna get a debate. You know why I'm not gonna get a debate? Because they know I'm right. Because I'm using what you call common sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, but that's right. They got us out there, Derek, like that. Yeah, Derek Bay said, I see we will be in prison together, Eagle, for not taking the jab. Yeah. I was just talking to my nephew about that yesterday. I said, yeah. I said, they trying to take us out, brother. I said, yeah, we going to be together. I don't give a shit. You going to lock me up. I don't even care. The thing is, the fearful ones all scared. Oh, you going to lock us up? Well, so what? They been doing this shit. Y'all act like it's something new. Like that's new. That's new. And they're going to always hit you with that was my ancestors. Nah, you the same people because you're doing the same shit. Your lineage didn't change. You doing the same thing. Me and Derek or somebody gonna stand up and talk, and you doing the same thing. Well, I'm not worried about you. Matter of fact, I might not even go. I'm not even gonna say what happened. But like I said, if I say I might not go, then you understand what I'm saying. I don't even have to speak in code on that. You feel me? Yep. I talked to my nephew about this. Said, yeah, I don't really wear makeup, but I do love a good lash. There you go. She said lash. And that shimmering powder. She said bare essentials is nice. Sounds good. Sound tasty there, Lala. I'm not worried about. My family never wore makeup. They only wore lipstick. They wore lipstick only. That's it. All that eyelash, all that other stuff started coming in. I think maybe one or two of them might have wore lashes or something, but most of it was only a little bit of powder here, whatever, a little bit of, not even that heavy foundation, just lipstick. Every once in a while I seen somebody with something on their eyes or something, but mostly it was just lipstick. You always wanted to make the lips even. That was it. That's all I remember. I don't remember nothing. I would put pictures up, but I just don't, because I'll go crazy if somebody say something wrong, you know what I mean? But when you see my mom and my aunt and them just sitting I got a picture of them in the club, you're going to be like, yeah, look at them. They clean too. They nice and dressed. My aunt especially, I don't know why she was overdressed. She was overdressed. she was clean. She was dressed. But I don't want to hear nobody say, somebody would say something derogatory because of, probably because of their skin colors and stuff like that. Yeah. But we're variety, We're light to, medium, and maybe a little bit dark, but not like super dark. But I don't care if we were super dark. We just super dark, It's just like my shirt. I put all the different colors on there. I put the more or less like the 4 shades of color. I put that on a lot of my product, a lot of my shirts and stuff to show people, hey, we range these colors, but it's not about our color. It's about our spirit. It's about who we are. And if you can't kill people fast enough, you try anything, you gotta realize they killed the earth is dead, man. People think this earth is alive and shit. The earth is dead, man. The earth has been dead probably for, I don't know. I'm gonna say like probably over 600 years. The earth has been dead. We would never got to experience, and yes, you was here before, but you never got to experience the earth as it was written in, as the earth was, like with the huge, huge trees, the real beautiful mountains. You never got to see that. You never got to see the earth without all these deserts and stuff. Man has always been a killer of the earth. Man is crazy. Always been like a killer of the earth. That's what they do. My brother Sir Flame out there, salute to him. I see him out there. I know I got to go way up here. I've been reading down a little bit slow. Yep. Derek Bay said looked like a totally different person afterward. Yeah, my little short story. I told y'all before. I worked at a store right at the mall, and that was like, it was like a little part-time little gig that I had for the holidays, right? You know, you always pick up a little part-time job for the holidays when you're on vacation, you ain't got shit to do. Then get that little bit of extra money. But anyway, so I was in charge of this one little kiosk, right? So this girl comes in. They never, because I'm temporary, I didn't have a key. And so I was supposed to open up the kiosk and stuff. So I had to call her up and tell her to come in. And she looked decent looking girl. She had her makeup on, looked pretty, smooth skin. But she came in. She had to rush in and bring me the key because she knew she would have been in trouble because she was supposed to. I think she was actually supposed to leave me the key that day. So she comes in and I'm looking like, who the hell is this? And she gives me the keys and she bounced. But I'm telling you, man, she looked so much different. I'm saying she looked not 50% different. I'm going to say she looked 100% different, like a whole different person when she came in without her makeup on. It was kind of scary. It was actually scary. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but believe me. Whew. Whew. When I go rough, I mean that shit, man. She came in like, and and I'm not facial shaming, but god dang, you can't be just being a whole different person when you come in. Come on now. A whole different person. She was a whole different person. When I say whole, I mean whole with capital W. She was a whole different person when she came in. Damn. Yep. When I saw Robert Guerrero versus Victor Ortiz on the undercard, I knew it was a wrap. Yep. Robert Guerrero don't even fight no more. Yeah, Derek Bay said, I ain't spending no money. Once I saw that, he said ain't no money involved. Yeah, but Bud out here, trolling people, telling people, oh yeah, just enjoy your win. That's what he told Ortiz, right? Enjoy your win for right now. I'm gonna come get it. I'm like, or whatever. I don't know what he's doing. He's fighting everybody. I'm surprised Bud ain't called out Wilder yet. I want to see it. If you want to fight Wilder, I want to see it. I want to see what your boxing skills look like. Because Wilder ain't gonna do nothing but take shots and just wait until you can just get one. He'll let you go 8 and then probably put you completely to sleep. I don't understand Bud. First, he said he doesn't need boxing and is a Hall of Famer. Now he wants all the smoke. Yeah, Bud's a troll. I'll tell you, he ain't nothing but a troll, man. That's all he wants. He act like he want everybody. I want everybody. Everybody. Not just everybody. You want everybody. He want everybody. I want everybody out here. I want Jamal. I want Jamel. I want it all. I want all the smoke. I want Earl. I want Pacquiao. I want... did he ever call out Cinnamon Bun? Probably want Cinnamon Bun too. Go on to get that action. Man, the first round though, Derek, is what I'm talking about. Yep. But Derek Bray said not only missed shots, he was tripping over his own feet and falling into the ropes. He said Casemiro hit Regal behind the head a few times. No, but that first round, nobody can tell me or explain to me, that was an unexperienced person, why that was not a foul. Why that was not a point or a couple of points. He was going to try to keep hitting Regal because he wanted a knockout so bad. It's like he was going to try to keep hitting Regal. He busted Regal behind the head, pushed him down and hit him behind the head about 3 more times, and then hit him in the jaw. And Regal is still a dog. He still got up and was fighting and was out boxing him. I don't care. A lot of people going to fight. Oh, no, Regal didn't show me nothing. He probably was hurt after the first round and still did what he had to do. To me, you got 3 people in here saying that he won. That's just a dirt fight. Casemiro, you ain't what people think you are, man. You just ain't all that. I'm sorry. You just ain't all that. Yeah? Derek Bay said, yeah, we talked about that in Lala's comments. They said Casemiro rehydrated to damn near welterweight and Regal was 122. Yeah, you got all that weight and Regal still outmaneuvering you. And see, Regal still, maybe he was still thinking, yeah, this dude is dirty and I'm just going to try to get by with the win. But Regal probably could have put hands on him. Because the thing is, Regal, he had the movement where he needed the movement. In other words, he was like, say you got a dancing partner, but your dancing partner is keeping you away. Like, you can't do shit, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'm moving here, I'm moving there. I got you chasing, I got you looping, I got you reaching. So Regal had that. He had that rhythm. All he had to do is let his hands go a little bit more. He had to make it more definitive. But Derek got his hand up like, damn. Derek Bay said, good point, Eagle. He said, I was going to ask you about that. I heard it was mercury poisoning. Yeah. Yeah. Because that mercury, they put that in a lot of the pesticides and stuff like that. Which pesticides is actually the result of wanting to put people to sleep. That's where it came from. It wouldn't be no pesticides. Pesticides that's just gas chamber shit. That was shit they was using, trying to make a gas to kill people. Then they turned it into pesticides. Yeah. Lala D said, Cynthia, she said they have more and more proof that life started in America with you. Yeah, that's it. We are the original people, man. That's what. And when I say that to people that's knowledgeable, they get mad. I say I'm original. They get mad. I said we the original people. Get out of here. It only makes sense. It only makes sense because even our people naturally have every style of hair that there is. Naturally, we have every style of hair that there is. The only hair that we don't have is like thin ass hair. That's the only hair we don't have. We got the long straight hair. We got the wavy hair. We got the kind of rolled hair. And another hair that we don't have like the real tight hair. We don't have it. But we have like the in-between kind of. It looks like in-between, but we don't have like the extra tight. That's different. Those are actually different people than most natives around the world. They ain't going to tell you the truth, man. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to get people mad or whatever. You can get mad if you want to. You can't do shit. All you can do is get mad. Oh, give him a thumbs down. Oh, I hate him. I don't care. Sir Flame said, salute to Eagle Webb. He said, salute to the chat. And he said, as always, jab that like button on y'all neck. He said, don't get neck in Eagles Webb box. He got the fire up good, the 100% up there. And he got those things ready. Those ratchets. In that glove up good, brother. That's right. Y'all better pay attention. Those are the rules to Eagles Webb. Just in case you don't know, Sir Flame always brings in the rules. Yep. Sir Flame says salute to the queen at Lala D. And Sir Flame says salute at Derek Beatty. Lala D said, laughing out loud, she said, I just used the term a ratchet the other day. There's a song that I like by Nas in the Brave Horse. It's super ratchet, yeah. But not that kind of ratchet, though. Not the super ratchet, but a ratchet. Let me see. What's another good name? Okay, a Tommy. Yeah, you might get a Tommy. So a Tommy is another word, too, though. So y'all might have to look that up. What is a Tommy? So look it up. A Tommy G. A Tommy G-U-N. Because since nobody is following along with what I was talking about earlier, that's what a Tommy got. A Tommy. Yeah, get a Tommy. A ratchet. One of them things. If you talk gangster, I know. Gangster talk, behind the wall talk. Yeah, man. Yeah, he had them things on him. Yeah, things. If somebody said, yeah, he had them things on him, then you know what they're talking about. The things. Not thing one and thing two, although you can call it thing one and thing two. The things are a little bit different than thing one and thing two. Yeah. Derek Bay says, salute that Sir Flame. I'm going to read y'all out since I can read now. I'll go back to my thoughts in a minute. A lot of D said, Sir Flame salute. She got the heart up in the crown for the king. Yeah. Derek Bay said, come from a long line of ass whippers eagle. Long line. Long line. It's lineal with me. I keep it lineal in here, but it come from a long. We come from a long line. Like I was talking to somebody in my family about the other day. They said, "Yeah, that's right," because I was telling them what happened to some of the authorities at times, and I've seen it happen to authorities a lot. I grew up with it happening to authorities, so we didn't play the way that they play now. No, there wasn't no strong arm. They strong arm. You talking about stop resisting? You trying to break my damn arm, man? I'm not resisting. I'm gonna say it like this. Let me put it out there like this. Back in the day, it wasn't no resisting arrest. That's some new shit that they came up. It wasn't no resisting arrest. It was I have to put you in handcuffs. That's what it was. I have to put you in handcuffs. It wasn't no overt, like they didn't try to hurt you up bad. It's just that I got to put you in handcuffs because you have to have handcuffs on when I take you downtown. You see the difference in the language? I have to put you in handcuffs. It wasn't no I'm going to grab you and rough you up, because if it was I'm going to grab you and rough you up, it would have been a fight. And somebody wouldn't have been able to draw. I'm telling you that. Right now, they're able to draw. No, you wasn't going to be able to draw. See, that's the difference now, because the people can't fight. And so, yeah, they'll draw on you quick, or they'll draw on you way before they even get close, because they're always in fear. Oh, I'm in fear for myself. I'm fear for my life. I'm fearing. Well, you need to hang that uniform up if you're always fearful. Back in the day, they wasn't fearful, but they was more respectful. Certain places, some places they was just disrespectful and had you scared. But when that changed, when the Panthers came out, that changed. Which, you know, I don't know who the founders of that group, but when some sects of that group didn't play like that either. They walked around with the hardware. They walked around with the hardware, so it was even. It's like, okay, you got your hardware, we got our hardware. So what? Nobody cared about hardware because everybody in the families had hardware. And now, but they have more hardware now than we have most time. But we have more hardware. You coming over, we already know what it is about. We know from our heritage that we had to fight your ass. Ain't no problem. We had to fight you. I remember sitting up in the house where you seen people just sitting on couches and shit with shotguns and pistols. The whole house was full of people with, you don't have that now. The whole house was full. Everybody had pistols. Okay. We going to war. We got to fight. They don't do that no more. Everybody's sitting up in there. You think about it. If you think that two cops is going to come running into a house, and I'm just saying stuff. I'm not. I ain't starting shit, but I'm just saying. You think they're going to just come busting into a house, and everybody there is strapped up, and not just strapped up, is shit's ready to use it. You think they're going to just come running in and barging in like, yeah, what's up? Get on the ground. Because you got to explain stuff. Back in the day, you had to explain stuff first. You could just crack heads. I'm not saying some places, some parts of the country, they were still doing dirty shit, but some places they had to explain shit before they did it. Now, everywhere they just kick your door in, whatever. We don't have to give you your rights or tell you anything. No, because you might come in wrong. So we knew that back in the day that you might come in wrong. But now you come in wrong, and they always got some kind of case where you can get, oh, we never heard that case before. They'll let you off the hook. You see what I mean? But when it's already a precedent, they can't do it. Like if a cop got in trouble for it before, then they won't do it. But if it's a whole new situation, they can make up some new shit, then they'll do it because it's like, okay, that shit never happened, so I'm not gonna get punished for this. That's why they do so much shit. So if you gotta look at even when they kill and all that, it's not the same standard when they kill. It's always, oh, he looked like he had a gun. Oh, he was doing this. He was resisting. You see? And then when they build cases, then they can't use that. So they think of what how we can do you, in this situation. But if that situation had already come up, then they won't do it. They always got to make it like a new situation. Or make it seem like it was so much extreme danger. But if you're always in extreme danger, you can take your ass home. Sit your ass down. You ain't got no business out there. Yeah, I had to break up some cops. When I was in Jersey, I had to break up some cops one time because they was about to put they was about to put those things on the little brother. I said no, so I just grabbed the little brother. I said no, that ain't gonna happen. But you got the people nowadays that the youngsters, they ain't gonna do that. They just sit back with their eyes big, like, oh, look what happened. Oh, I got it on film. I got it on tape. Man, good thing I got it on video. Got it on YouTube. It's a good thing. It ain't a good thing. It would have been a good thing if you would have knocked the person's ass out that was doing the dirt. That's would have been a good thing. And I'm not advocating violence, and I don't want y'all to go out there and do shit that you're not genetically made up to do. But I'm just saying that's how we would do it. We'd just tell them, man, hey, don't put no cuffs on. You better try to explain something first. Because even moms back in the day would come get your ass if you was a cop. Even a mom would come get you. I'm just telling you. Because that is part of that's what's in our blood. That's what's in our blood. We just, who you think you are? You can't just come in and do this. Then I got older, then that's when all that other bullshit stopped. When I say older, I was a kid, but I don't even know when it was. I know 80s and shit, they just stopped letting, you couldn't have you couldn't have the weapons and shit like that. And, they just come through and molest your house or whatever. They still do that. They just still come in, kick your door in, molest your house, touching them. I don't even want them touching my car. I want my car sanitized. Don't even touch my car, man. I don't know where you've been. I don't know what kind of foul shit you've been doing. I don't even want you touching my car. And I don't have a hate in my system, but I just don't want them touching nothing around me. I don't like authorities because guess what? I was threatened by, peace officers, and I was only like 12 years old. 12 years old, I was getting threatened by peace officers. And 12 years old, you don't have ID. They was telling me if I don't show them some ID, I was going to jail. And I'm 12 years old. What you doing talking to a 12-year-old like that? So that shit always stick. That shit stuck with me. Yep. A lot of laughing, yeah. Just getting out of work. See, how's the chat doing today? Yeah, we always doing good, brother. You know how we doing? Yeah, we talking about Regal. Okay. So Derek told you, yeah, Regal won that damn fight, man. But yeah. That's what happens when you got a fighter like Regal, man. Yeah, Derek Bailey said, Sir Flame said he should be ashamed of himself for fighting like that at Derek Bailey. No, Regal was doing his normal thing. But he needed to turn it up just a little bit more. He needed to turn it up. But the thing is, Sir Flame, when he took all that illegal shit in the first round, if the ref would have called it the way it was supposed to be called, it would have been a whole different fight. Because Casamero would have had to come in and fight, and Regal would have been countering him. But Regal might have been hurt though, because he hit him with like about 5 or 6 punches. Hit him with 3 punches behind the head after he pushed him down, and then he knew he was full of shit because during the interview he actually thought, oh yeah, I got the knockdown, and you ain't get the knockdown. He was hitting that man all behind the head and stuff. Get out of here with that. Because if you got the knockdown, then you would have got another knockdown. You should have got another one. If you knock somebody down in the first, sometime in that fight, you gonna knock him down again. Why you ain't knock him down again? He wouldn't even fire. He was just hesitant as hell. He was supposed to be throwing like 70 punches around. He didn't throw 70 punches around against Regal. Why didn't you just come out firing? Because he knew that those counters was coming. I'm not going to get into it as much, but we can debate back and forth. I know a lot of people thought Casamero won the fight, but nah, get out of here. Get out of here. Regal should have still stepped it up a little bit more, but there should have been a point taken away. There should have been something said to him, a point, a foul. It could have been a DQ. I'm telling you. It was enough to do a DQ. Watch it again. It was enough to do a DQ. Yep. Yep. Yeah, he could have thrown more punches, yeah. Derek Bailey said, yeah, that's some BS, but you can't trust the refs and the judges. That's right. We talk about this all the time. And we covered this whole thing about refs. What makes a ref? Just like we talk about everything. We talk about what makes a real champion today. We talk about all. We covered all the stuff. Like we try to cover a new base in boxing. Now I know people will cover, like the generalizations of a fight And I get that. I understand. I do that too. But we cover more than what can be going on with the refs, what can be going on with the judges, what can be going on with the promoters. And we inquire about all of it. Tyson Fury, that's why I said I'm not excited about the Tyson Fury Wilder. We need it, but I'm not excited about it because there's no telling what Fury's going to do. Fury was not even getting in shape for the fight. This was a setup from the beginning. He was just getting fat and taking punches. That's not how you get in shape for a fight. You don't put on weight to get in shape for a fight, not fat. You might put on muscle, but you don't put on fat to get ready for that one of the hardest punches ever. Because he's not concentrating on your body as much as you think. He's trying to get that chin. He wants to get that Neanderthal chin of yours. You got almost the same kind of chin as that big 7-foot Russian or whatever it was. You both got that Neanderthal, chin. That's all Wilder wants to do, is hit that. Yep. Derek Bay said exactly, Eagle. The cops today are extra sensitive. Yeah, they're all sensitive. Oh, I'm fearful for my life. Then why you want to be a cop? You probably was getting beat up and bullied in school or something. And I know a couple of guys. I know a lot of guys that become cops. Most of them had some kind of mental problem, or just some kind of want to be something special type of problem. But I don't like cops. I had my cousin. I had the first cousin that was a cop over there in Boston. But that was my cousin, and he was good. But how many of those do you really get? You don't get that. You don't get cops like that. He wasn't. He had our blood in him, so of course he wasn't all scary and shit. Oh, I'm fearful for my life. He wasn't like that. Of course. He had the right blood in him. You got the right blood in you. You're not gonna be all fearful. Oh, I'm scared. Scary ass. Just scared of everything. Unclipping you. I don't even want you if you're a cop, you walking over to me, you ain't got no business unbuckling your, unholstering your weapon and shit. Right then, I'm already turned off. I'm like, oh, you one of them scary ass, I'm scared of everything cops. I might say it. Because it's hard to hold my tongue when, especially if I know I'm pulled over for nothing. People always say I'm crazy. Hey, you crazy, man. That's what they get people for. I said, not me. I'm protected, man. But I just put them on the spot though. A lot of times they get embarrassed and they just let me go. Like, oh yeah, they just get embarrassed because I'm gonna stay calm, but I might tell you that. So why you unbuckling? Why you unsnapping your weapon? I don't got nothing on me. You pulled me over. If you got to pull me over and pull your weapon or unstrap your weapon, then you got issues. You better try to call your supervisor or call backup or something. You that scared. You coming over scared. I'm scared. Stupid. Yep. Riga wasn't even tired after the fight. No, Riga wasn't tired. Yep. Extra sensitive ass. Yeah. Lala D said, Cynthia. She said, when I was about 12 years old, I was sitting on my grandmother's step, and a cop drove by and pointed his finger at me to imitate shooting a gun at me. Damn. It didn't even scare me. Yeah, I thought he was joking. Then when I got older, I understood what he did better. Yeah, that's because they want us dead like that, but they try to pretend. And I don't care. Y'all can strike my video and don't let me stream no more. I'm still gonna keep in touch with my people. I don't care. Yeah, this is boxing, but it's grown folks chat, and that's just what it is. But people think that I hear a lot of people. Oh no, it's not like it used to be. Is it worse? They still hate. They've been hating. They hate because they're not original. Original people get along. That's why you hate. You're not original, and you hate that you're not original, and you want to put yourself in a position that wasn't given to you. I'll tell you what. If you don't believe in the Creator, I'm gonna tell you this: nature did not put your ass as being the superior one. Nature itself. If you don't want to believe in creation. Evolution didn't put you at the top. Evolution put you at the bottom. So your jealousy and hatred put you where you're at. Your evilness put you where you're at. Not because it has nothing to do with your makeup. Your makeup didn't put you there. Because if your maker put you there, then you would still be a king when you talk to people. You wouldn't talk to people like you're a coward. If you talk to people like you're a coward, oh, I'm in fear for my life. You fearful ass, you raggedy, fearful ass people. And I'm not pointing at anybody specific, but y'all know what it is. So stop it. But yeah, we on the boxing type subject. Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up. That's funny though, Lala, how you was 12 years old and I was 12 years old. See, that's how far the dirt go back, man. Dirty. Just dirty. Yeah. You ain't nothing but a low life, and you ain't nothing but a low life, you're a savage. I had somebody walk by the other day, but this is how they do it. I didn't react. I didn't go choke him out, but he was walking past me on the street, and when I was down in the belly, and he was like, oh yeah, natives or Indians, yeah, savage murderers and stuff like that. But something to that effect. But he kept walking. He was with his friend, but he was walking by fast. He just kept it going. And I didn't stop him because I could have said, you know what? I said, do you have something to say? He wouldn't have said nothing. But that's the attitude today. That's what they still think. You can't say they don't think that way because they're showing it still. It's 2021. It ain't no can we all get along. We cannot get along. I don't care. I'm a separatist still. I'm going to always be a separatist. I'm going to separate the evil people from the good people or the righteous people. It's not black and white. It's righteous versus evil. The righteous people should be on one side. The evil people should be on another side by themselves, doing all that evil shit that they've been doing. Creating, instead of now creating biodegradable plastics. They could have done that in the beginning. They should have never came out with plastics. Man should have never used any kind of plastics that was going to go in the ocean and pollute the ocean. All of it should have been biodegradable. It should have been made out of corn. Even your fishing line, all that should have been made out of corn. Your hook should have been made out of something that when the salt water touches it, it just dissolves. So if it got into a fish and he got away, it just disappears. Doesn't affect him more that long. Make everything else disposable. So stop it. Stop acting like this man takes care of this earth. This destroys this earth, the streams, the land, the side of the road. I can go to some highways and they got couches on the side of the highway. And that's regular, man. That's just people, that's how people are. They don't belong here. This was never your land. Because why would you treat your land like this? It was never your land. That's why you treat it like that. If it was your land, you wouldn't do it. And you can't do it in other people's land. Take your ass over to Singapore and just leave a trash bag out in Singapore. Just start putting trash in a bag and just throw it out in the street. See what happened. Go to Singapore and do that shit. They'll make a public example out of your ass because they'll tell you this ain't your land and they'll whoop your ass. How come we can't do that? Yeah, here we go. They try to instill fear in you from young age. They try to get you fearful. All they did was piss me off. I'm telling you, Derek, all I did was get mad. I didn't get fear. I just got mad. Like inside, I was boiling inside. I'm telling you, I was boiling, man. I was looking them up and down, getting like what their image was. And from then on, when I see people in uniform, I already think they stink. Like, you stink. You smell like raw bacon. Get your ass away from me. Do you guys know the Baba Rasan Shakur from Louisiana? He said one day, all over the planet, people are digging us up in places they thought we didn't originate. Ain't nobody digging them up. Ain't nobody digging them. Think about it. See, Lala D, big knowledge right there. Listen what she said. No matter where you go, you'll never dig them up. But wherever you go, you'll always dig us up. What's that about? Now, why are you always digging up bones and ruins of people when you got your forensic sciences putting the face together, the face ain't what you want it to be. I'm going to tell you how you could forensically, I'll give you a quick lesson on bone structure. One of the best ways to tell who the person was is you look at the nasal passage on those bones. If it goes up to a point and goes down real narrow, you know that's probably of European descent. When you see any kind of broadness down here, you'll be able to look at them back. If you look at them, you see the broadness. That's native. That's native people. That's all they find. And they're saying that because they just want to try to make it seem like, oh, we got new information. They know what the information is. That's all old information. They've been knowing that information for thousands of years. The whole thing is they don't know their origin and they can't find out. Or a lot of them do. They know the origin. But we're not the same. No, sorry. And when they try, everybody's the same, I always get this little sad, like, everybody's the same. No, you ain't the same. I can prove that you're not the same. Let's go out in the woods. Let's not take nothing with us. And let's see who survives out there and who don't. Well, I guess your ass ain't the same, huh? They'll be gone in less than probably a week. And ate some poisonous shit and took themselves out. Get out of here. We ain't all the same. You can't make it. The animals ain't going to like you. You're going to be making different kinds of noises. You're going to smell different. They ain't going to like you. I'm sorry. Animals don't like certain people anyway. Some animals can't wait to kill you. You're not in harmony with them. You know what I mean? They don't want you. They're going to take you out. I mean, we do stuff like bear dances and all that. We honor the animals in a sense. You know, we honor the animals and stuff, man. And we ain't got no fear. We out there in the woods. We be camped up and we sitting out in the open and all kinds of other stuff. We sitting out in the open. We don't be worried about that. Some people will sit up all night. They hear a wolf or something. They sitting up all night. Like, what the hell? Or they got they got a rifle or something. We sit out there, man. We belong here. Yeah. Yeah, Lala crying. She's like, Lala, I like your tears, girl. Derek Bay says it's funny how they call them settlers. Like no one was here. Yeah, settling. Pioneers. Those are words I can't. They would call those euphemisms. Settler, pioneer, discoverers. Oh, they was discoverers. Yeah, that's what killed me. Oh, they were discoverers. They were discovering. Why do you think they had to go discover? They wanted to see what the real people look like. What do real people look like? Let's go see if there has to be real people around here. The people that trained, the people that taught us, where'd they come from? Let's go see. Let's go see. Because they wasn't travelers. They didn't go nowhere. They wasn't no travelers. They had to learn how to travel. Derek Bay said, facts at Lala D. Yeah. Derek Bay said, we breathe a lot of air, Eagle. Hell yeah, got that. I like you said that, man. I always tell people that in the family. I tell my neighbor that all the time. She's native too. I always tell her the same thing. And she likes my nose. She always talking about my nose. I say, yeah. I say, I got this big ass nose. I said, so I can get some oxygen. We breathe in here. We be breathing, baby. I'll make your ass suffocate. You got that little nose. I'm going to take up all kinds of air. I'm going to take all the air out your house. Breathing out. That's right. We breathing, baby. Yeah, we ain't the same. I get tired of people saying all people are human. I say, yeah, human. Hue. Even hue itself means color. I say human. I said, but it wasn't about human. It was about man. We're man. We're man and woman. The woman has the womb. Woo. W-O. And the man doesn't. So man and woman. But we're original. We're man. You guys call yourself human. You stole that word. Human. But you're mankind. You even said that when you pretended like you went to the moon. You said that. You said it was a giant step for man, or something like that. One small step for man, and a giant leap for mankind. Because you're kind of man. Everything you do is a giant leap. Even if it's evil, it's a leap because you're kind. You're kind of a man. You're kind of a man. You'll never be man. You can never. No matter, I don't care how much genetic material you pull, because you can't pull spirit, stupid. That's where your dumbest mistake is pretending like spirit don't exist. and then you try to pull all the genetic markers and stuff like that. You try to do all this genetic testing and stuff, but you can't pull spirit. Stupid. It doesn't belong to man. Yeah, that's what you can't pull. You can pull color, paint yourself, and do all kinds of other shit, but you can't pull the spirit. So even if you were all brown, you wouldn't be us. The spirit would tell us, like, oh shit, get away from me. And you would do some foul shit. Because that you got that makeup, you're still gonna do something foul, like throwing trash everywhere and doing all kinds of shit. You pollute water. You're the only creature, that has the. But see, a hippopotamus, he will go to the bathroom in the water, but his excretions is different than yours. You know what I mean? It fertilizes, and then like the tilapia and different fish come and eat that. They're not gonna eat yours, and you pollute the water. Who does that? You got us polluting water. You got New York. New York is probably one of the smelliest cities on the earth. But they love it. And they just, all that shit is going out in the ocean. Why? You should be incinerating that or something, or it should be going out, it should be in some kind of decomposer. It should be going back into the land. But you got people eating all kinds of stuff that they ain't supposed to be eating, and that's why it doesn't break down like it's supposed to. If you were the herbivore that you're supposed to be, that you tricked us out of being herbivores, if you was that, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. It just goes right back into the land. And then you have to be using so much toilet paper and all that, because you're supposed to be self-wiping in the first place. Oh, I'm sorry, Lala. She said, I do say, oh my God. She said, I love you. I trash everybody. I don't care what city. I trash everybody's city. I don't care. I trash all of it. LA too. LA dirty. Hollywood is one of the most filthiest cities right now too. Hollywood, Oakland. I can name all of them, believe me. They're nasty. Nasty. There's corners. There's corners like Maine. Then you go, that Maine is in the corner. Maine is, the northern corners are clean. Like the north, I don't know. The north is just way cleaner than the south and Midwest. I don't know. The north, the people up north, they take care of stuff better. When you get to the east and down south, they just don't care. Dirty. Our small communities, when you got the real people there, there's no dirt. We don't leave trash and dirty stuff up. We make everything's clean. Even if you come to one of our camps, you see ain't nothing, there's no trash over there. Ain't nobody piling up trash. Or if we do, they gonna pull it up out of there. I'm sorry about that though, Lala. But New York dirty. It's dirty. Detroit was dirty, but there's not enough people. Not enough people living there no more to make it dirty. Same thing with St. Louis. There's not enough people living there no more to make it dirty. I mean, it's still dirty, but it's not on the scale that it would be. But then back in the day, you had people that took care of stuff. They made sure that they threw the trash out. When I grew up, they burnt stuff. We burned everything. If it was burnable, like wood, paper, they burnt that shit. Nothing really went to trash. I mean, trash, it wasn't much for trash. Trash was like bones? I mean, if you knew what you was doing, if you had a father in the family that took care of it, he's gonna put a compost. He's gonna make a compost and compost everything and turn it back into so it can go back into the earth. Compost, and reuse the paper or burn it. Reuse the paper or burn it. That's it. I don't know. It's different. And that still went on. Like, you still may have a handful of people that compost everything, that they don't have a trash man because they just don't have trash like that. But for the most part, all of us, we're all stuck on that same thing. I know I don't want to throw this radioactive shit in the trash, but I don't know where to take it. Let me throw it out there. And that's how people think about the land, the earth. Yes, man has destroyed the earth. I said it. If you didn't hear it from nobody else, you're living on something that is actually destroyed. You're not living on it the way that it's supposed to be. You're living on it as it is already destroyed. And so that's why they give you everything else, all like games and stuff like that, and fake virtual realities and shit to take you away from the fact that is you living on a destroyed earth. All you do is drive around. Just Google, just search, and you'll find how much of the earth is actually destroyed. All of it. Okay, there's no seclusion. There's nowhere to go where this is a sanctuary. Like some of our reserves that we have, those are sanctuaries, but at the same time, those are nothing. There's nothing there either. Because they done pulled all the minerals out, all the goods, all the food, killed all the food. All the native food has been killed. So, and then they've been put on stuff to make them addicted to something else. So who does that? Does man do that to you? A real man, would a real man do that? I wouldn't do that to nobody in here. Nobody. I wouldn't do that to none of you. I come in here and I play with y'all a lot sometimes. You know, we talk about a lot of stuff. But we talk about this like me and Sir Flame. I said, Sir Flame, we go get that million and we go in there and fight or whatever. I said, Sir Flame would try to knock my head off. We be in there really battling. I said, no. But then Sir Flame came through. He said, no, man. He said, we'll do that. I think he said, we'll do that Floyd Mayweather thing. I said, that's what it's about. It's about helping each other out. I don't care. We take a fine or whatever. They said, no, man, I don't think that was a setup fight, man. I don't think they was really throwing those things like they was supposed to. But no, you're supposed to take care of your brother, though. But we just happen to be in different forums to where we talk about the boxing and things of that nature. But in Eagles Web, my live show, I don't like if I do an update or I do if I'm talking about a fighter, then I stick with the topic. But in here, I always add that this is grown folks chat too. So we talk about stuff like we have issues, and the people that